That boxer kept pushing a yellow bowl behind the same parked sedan, right toward the rear tire, like the exact spot mattered more than the bowl itself. The worker moved it back to the curb, but the dog brought it straight back again, and the dusty rim proved this was not the first time. When she reached for it again, he stepped in gently, then lowered his head toward the dark space under the car, not toward her waiting hand there. She tried the obvious answer and set the bowl away from the sedan. The boxer ignored it, and something tiny shifted in the shade underneath again too. That was when she noticed the first real clue. One dusty paw mark near the tire, much smaller than the boxer's own paws there too nearby. Trying to help, she moved the bowl farther away. The shape under the car pulled deeper back, and the boxer tapped the asphalt twice softly, right there. Now the dog changed the angle. He walked to the painted curbside, waited, and made her look lower instead of behind the tire line this time. From that angle, the bowl lined up with the shadow. Then a tiny nose appeared, pulled back, and the boxer quietly gave it more space right away. At first, the water answer made sense. The worker filled the yellow bowl and set it in the parked car's shade for the boxer right there. That answer even worked for a second. The boxer did not drink, but the water rippled, and one small paw reached out slowly from underneath again. Still, one thing did not fit. The small paw touched the asphalt, then pulled back the instant the worker shifted her weight nearby near the bowl. Then, the cost became clear. The little muzzle almost came forward, froze, and slipped back, so she marked the quiet corner nearby with a cone instead. Only then did she see the small puppy's face under the sedan. The bowl was not for the boxer, it was for that little puppy all along. The worker finally understood why the boxer had stayed back. She stopped reaching, softened her posture, and placed the bowl more carefully along the open curb path. The puppy made one tiny choice. Nose first, then one paw, then another, until it reached the yellow rim and stopped again, without anyone forcing it. It almost drank, then froze again. The worker slid the bowl farther from the tire, and the boxer stepped back too and waited on the asphalt. Now the first strange clue returned with a different meaning. The yellow bowl was not misplaced anymore. It was a bridge from shadow to safety all along. The puppy reached the bowl, and the worker leaned toward the collar too soon. That small mistake sent it backward again toward the tire shadow once more. Then she looked at the old dust marks. The boxer had left the bowl at an angle that gave the puppy room instead of blocking it now. This time, she copied that angle. The puppy stepped fully out, stood by the curb, and finally drank from the yellow bowl right where he had pointed. When the tag was visible, the worker waited instead of grabbing. The puppy stayed beside the bowl, and the boxer stayed still without pulling away this time. By the end, the tire shadow was empty. That yellow bowl sat beside both dogs. And would you have noticed why he kept pushing it behind that tire?